Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I have started this about 12 times now and my phone has rung, a delivery has arrived, everything is going on. But today's video is a little bit different to my usual vlogs. If you have followed me for a while, you might remember that I do a seasonal wish list where I will essentially talk through and show you all of the things on my wish list for the upcoming season. I love doing this so much. It's one of my favourite times of year to collate all the things that I have been jotting down, noting down, saving for the upcoming season. And today I have got a mix of fashion and home pieces as well to share with you. If you're not familiar with the wish lists, the reason I do this is mainly so that I can be a little bit more conscious of my shopping habits. Also, apologies if the light is going to go in and out. It's very sunny, cloudy today and the sun cannot make up its mind if it wants to stay out or not. So apologies about the lighting. I hope it's not too annoying. Take a bit more time to actually look at what I'm buying. I think about my purchases a lot more. It's great for the bank balance because I'm not impulse buying and wasting money, but also I'm not consuming so many things that I don't necessarily need or they don't have a place in my home and in my life. So I find it a really great way. It's obviously not going to be for everyone, but if you are a bit more of a conscious shopper and you like to take your time on things, then I think this might be a great thing for you guys to do. So do let me know if you try this for yourself. Basically what I will do is usually the season before I will start noting things down. I usually just do it in my notes page on my phone and I'll just write down the odd thing when I'm getting dressed or when I'm scrolling on Pinterest and Instagram. If I see things that I think, oh, that would be really nice, or I'm getting ready and I realise I'm kind of missing something in my wardrobe, I will just note it down and then it allows me to go and research those things, find the perfect item, and I'm not impulse buying and I'm thinking about things a lot more, especially with expensive purchases. So let's just get straight into it. I'm going to start off with fashion. I have quite a few things to get through, so let's just get on with it. Starting off with footwear, I have realised I have a huge lack of flat shoes that are a little bit smarter than a trainer, but still quite feminine, still quite summery. I really need some spring summer footwear in my wardrobe and I don't know, I think it's really difficult to find a pair of flat shoes that A, suit me, B, are comfortable, and C, are ones that I'm actually going to reach for quite a lot. A pair of shoes that I've had in my mind on my Pinterest boards for a very long time is the Loro Piana loafers. They are so stunning. I love the fact that they're suede. The stone colorway is just heavenly and I feel like they're just such a classic shoe and would go with my wardrobe so well. However, they are a very expensive price point and I don't really want to spend that much money on one pair of shoes. And one thing I would say I'm very good at is finding dupes of things and finding alternative pieces that look relatively similar but are much better prices. So I have found a pair of beige loafers from a brand called Scarosso, Italian brand. They are so similar and so beautiful. They come in so many colours, but I think the beige is a colour that is really going to work in my wardrobe and perfect for spring summer. Secondly on my wish list, another pair of shoes, and that is a pair of Chanel ballet flats. Now these ones in the photo are from Vestiaire, a secondhand retailer. I love shopping secondhand. When I'm shopping for a high-end piece, I will always check secondhand retailers, whether that's eBay with the authentication process, Vestiaire, Luxury Promise. There's so many out there and I will always check secondhand first because if I can get it a little bit cheaper but still great quality, I will be doing that. I absolutely love ballet flats. I actually decided last spring to purchase a couple of different pairs on the high street. I actually bought a couple of different colours from New Look and also ASOS, very inexpensive, and I mainly got them to trial it. I wore ballet flats growing up pretty much every day. I wore black ballet flats to school and I wasn't sure if it was going to be a shoe style that suited me that I actually reached for. So I wanted to get a nude and a black pair and see if I would actually wear them before I purchased a more expensive pair. And I really recommend doing that if you are thinking about purchasing an item that maybe is slightly different to what you normally wear, or you need to try something out first before splurging. I do recommend doing that. And this just shows that I think about my purchases a lot, because that was last spring. Probably a year ago to this date is when I got those ballet flats, and I'm still thinking about them. So these Chanel ballet flats are just stunning. I love them. The quality is obviously incredible. They are real leather. I love the quilted diamond detail. It's just so stunning. And this colour of cream is beautiful. So these are also on my wish list. Moving into spring, summer, holiday vibes. I usually do a wish list for summer, but to be honest, my wish list in summer is usually a lot smaller, and I think that is because spring feels like, oh my gosh, we have sun, this is so exciting, I want to buy things. I usually refrain from buying anything new in January and February, mainly just because new collections aren't out yet. I'm still wearing my winter wardrobe, and during those months there isn't really anything I'm really lusting after, and I love to save that money and put that towards spring. We have our summer holiday booked for the end of spring, so there are a couple of little holiday bits in here, but I'm sure I will talk to you more about that in upcoming vlogs. A sun hat, okay? I know this sounds a bit ridiculous, but I spend a lot of time in the garden, and we may potentially have a spring heat wave. Fingers crossed we do. And I really like to make sure that I'm protecting my face and my skin. I wear SPF 50, very thick, and I apply it all day long, and just wearing a sun hat just really protects that. I also find, because my hair is quite dark, my head gets very, very hot when it's sunny, and I always wear a hat. I'm always wearing a hat on really hot days and on holiday. I also just love how they look with an outfit. You could be wearing the most simple white linen dress, and as soon as you add a pair of shoes, a bag, maybe a belt, and a sun hat, it just transforms it and elevates it so nicely. So I had my eye on a few, but I recently saw this one from Reese, and oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. This is exactly the type of sun hat that I would have created for myself. If I had to design my dream sun hat, this would be it. I love the fact that it's cream. I often find sun hats can be quite yellowy, and it almost makes them look a little bit cheap and not as luxe as I would like. But the main part of this hat that I love is the leather tan strap that comes around the brim of the hat. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. The little gold detail, it actually looks like an H, so it's kind of giving Hermes vibes. I just love it. I think it's beautiful. So that is on my wish list, and I will be purchasing that soon because I feel like it's going to sell out. Moving on to evening bags. I don't own a single evening bag, which is something that over Christmas I actually really realised. I had quite a few evening events, and I just always use my Chloe Mini C, which is the perfect evening bag. It's black, it's gold, it's little, it's got a little top handle, it's so perfect. But I only ever use that, and sometimes it's not as perfect as I would like it to be for an evening, especially a very glam event, or in the summer. It's obviously quite a wintry bag. So I would say it's much more of a casual or a smart casual evening bag. Perfect for dinners, date nights, but for a very glam ball or a wedding or a summer evening, it's really not doing it. So I have a list of a few different ones that I'm currently looking at, so I'm going to talk you through them. First one is this bag, which is absolutely stunning. I love the black velvet, and the diamond detail is so gorgeous. These are quite expensive purchases, so I will be thinking about this a lot, and potentially we'll take a trip to Bicester Village and also have a look on Vestiaire as well, and maybe even try and find a high street alternative, which is always what I do. I think potentially this would be a better purchase around autumn winter, because it's much more of a winter party season Christmassy kind of bag. This next bag is exactly what I imagine for a summer evening bag. As I said, we are going on holiday and I have cleared out my entire holiday wardrobe, so I'm kind of starting from scratch. A summer evening bag is something that I just don't have, and I love this. It's so beautiful. I love the woven texture. The fact that it's leather as well is really brilliant, so you can easily wipe it clean. It's really durable and just a really timeless clutch bag. It would also be perfect for spring summer weddings. I know that we will have a lot of weddings next year because a lot of our friends have got engaged in the last year, so I'm just thinking ahead. Next up is this gold sparkly bag with the beautiful bow. I just think this is stunning, and I wear a lot of gold jewellery. I don't actually really wear silver jewellery at all. This is just the perfect spring summer evening bag. It's glitzy, it's sparkly. You could be wearing the most simple black dress and this bag does all the talking. I just think it's stunning. And then finally, another woven clutch. This time it's a bit more raffia, it's a bit more sand coloured. A really good summer bag and a beautiful holiday bag as well. This next item on my wish list is something that has been on my wish list for a very long time, probably since I was about 18. My mum has always been a watch lady, and I just love how chic it looks when women are very well dressed and they have a beautiful watch. So I was having a little browse online and I discovered that Hermes do watches, which I actually had no idea. So I found this watch and it's very simple, but I just love it. I love the fact that it looks vintage. It looks like it's almost a hand-me-down from my grandma or my granddad or something. And I loved that. And I had a look on Vestiaire and I found this one, which is secondhand, for around £1,000, which is a lot of money, but for a watch, that's incredible. People spend a lot of money on watches. So this is something that will be on my wish list probably for a while, and I will think about. I might not buy it this season, but it is definitely still there. One final thing on my fashion wish list, and actually as I'm reading this out, I'm realising that these have all been accessories and actually no clothing. However, this next piece is clothing. I wear my Lily Silk wide leg tailored trousers in white constantly. They are honestly a hero piece in my wardrobe. In the spring summer last year, I probably wore them 3-4 times a week. I just love them. If you don't own them and you're looking for a pair of silk wide leg trousers, just an everyday, maybe for work, maybe for home, please get them and try them on, because I couldn't shout about them enough. I'm obsessed with them. And I recently saw that they do them in navy, so they are on my wish list. I love navy, cream, tan, grey. That whole combination of colours and tones is just stunning, and I'm really looking forward to wearing a pair of navy silk trousers, a crisp white shirt, tan accessories, maybe a striped blue and white shirt. Oh, just gorgeous. So those trousers are firmly on my wish list and I will be ordering those very soon. Moving on to homeware, I have a lot of things on my homeware list. It's never ending. There are always things that I need to buy for the house, or I'm wanting to buy, or I love. So I'm not going to go through everything because I will be here all day, but I am going to tell you a few little bits. First things first is an armchair for my office. I am currently in the office. You probably can't really see much because it's sunny now and it's washed out, but I am currently in the middle of the redesign in the office and I have an armchair on my wish list. A striped linen armchair. This is from Next Home. I just think this is stunning, so beautiful. It will work so well in here. I really wanted to get a piece that's quite versatile that would go with everything else in the house should I wish to move it and maybe have it in the bedroom or in the living room. I love mixing up my decor and moving things around. It's actually one of my favourite pastimes. So I really look for pieces that are going to go with everything. So it's almost quite an all-rounder piece, but I think the stripe is just going to work so well in here. So this is another piece on my wish list. Then I have a few coffee table books. I always have coffee table books on my wish list. I'm pretty sure I have about 50 in my Amazon saved list because I just love books. I could sit and read my entire collection of coffee table books one afternoon and I would be in heaven. I get so much inspiration from them, and they are also great decor pieces. They look beautiful on coffee tables, shelves. I have a couple of stands where I'll open the book on a certain page, and I just love it. You can see one just behind me. So this one is called At Home in the English Countryside, Designers and Their Dogs. And honestly, I just cannot wait to get this. I think it is so beautiful in terms of the front cover, but I cannot wait to read it because you guys know I love dogs, and yeah, combining home and dogs is just, how could it get any better? I have recently discovered Erin Lauder's Instagram, and wow, I am obsessed with her. I also discovered that she has an entire homeware collection. I thought she just did fragrances. I had no clue that she had an entire website with home decor, clothing, so many things, and her style is just impeccable. And I feel like it really encapsulates my office design, actually. So I'm desperate to get her book. This is entertaining beautifully, and yeah, I feel like the cover just speaks for itself. And her as a person, I'm just very excited to get that. And my final book is Ralph Lauren, A Way of Living. I love everything Ralph Lauren does. Their branding is just heavenly. I love the fact that it goes from very kind of Nancy Meyers-esque to ski chalet, office, whiskey office. I just love the combination of those two styles, and I feel like it is so me, that bright, feminine, girly style, but then also that really rich, tweed, heavy, dark, cozy countryside vibe. And I think that really encapsulates our house really well, so I'm desperate to get my hands on this and give this a good flick through. Following along the blue theme, which is becoming a bit of an obsession this year, I am loving blue. I think ever since designing the office and adding little bits of blue here and there, I am just very excited about it. So this tablecloth is on my wish list for spring summer. I cannot wait to get out in the garden and start hosting again. My favorite thing ever to do, especially when the weather's amazing and I can get all my friends and family over. I actually have a few things in the diary for this month for hosting, so hopefully it's sunny. But this tablecloth is just gorgeous, and it's so different to anything that I already have. And I think when you're dressing a table, sometimes the most minimal of tables look the best. An amazing statement tablecloth, and then just fine white china. Dining set, so simple, but the tablecloth really does the talking, and I just think this is gorgeous. This is from Dalesford. I saw it online a couple of days ago and it went straight into my wish list. Next up is a ginger jar. This is from Cox & Cox. I love this pattern. If you've watched my vlogs, you will know the lamp that is somewhere in the back there from Ralph Lauren Home really started off my love of blue, especially for the office. And I've been desperate to get my hands on a big statement ginger jar. I think it just looks so cool, so chic, and it's a great styling piece because it's so big. And obviously you could use it as a vase, you could use it as storage. There's so many different options you could use it for, or just simply decor on some shelving or a console table. I think it's such a nice way to add colour because it's quite a statement piece. And finally, the last thing on my wish list is a pair of mirrors. I really want to change up the living room decor a little bit. We're changing up the console table, and I really want to add some mirrors in there. I think it's going to brighten the space, let the light bounce around. And I love these mirrors from M&S. They are stunning. The arches, that organic shape. I love the rustic window frame as well. I think that looks really chic, and it's just something a bit different to a classic mirror. So that brings me to the end of today's video and the end of my spring wish list. I hope you enjoyed this video, something a little bit different to my usual vlogs. Let me know if you like these sit down chatty style videos, because I can definitely do more if you enjoy them. But that is it from me today, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye!